Hello, this is Master Psychic Spirit Walker, your host from Starseed Psychics, and this is our podcast, which is made from our actual blog over at www.starseedpsychics.com. I'm very happy that you're with us today. Now enjoy the next episode of our blog.
A lighthouse was originally invented as a beacon to make passing ships aware of the shore. Before lighthouses were invented, ships that sailed by in the night often could not see the shore or the rocks that often bordered it. If areas were dangerous, boats would often sink because they could not see and would run into the rocks. A lighthouse became a navigation aid to help ships navigate away from the shore. When you take these things into context, you will start to understand how life is the water we float on, ourselves the vessel, and the shore and rocks. Major change. You, as the counselor, healer, or whatever your title, are that lighthouse on the hill which is there to protect and guide everyone else. Being a lighthouse. A lighthouse is a symbol of stability in times of change. When things are changing in the world, having a constant can be comforting. A lighthouse also acts as a symbol of guidance, lighting the way when it is dark. When faced with adversity, a lighthouse also can be a symbol of overcoming it through staying steady and constant in the midst of it. You are that lighthouse for many people. If you are the one the people look to on the hill when their lives are changing too rapidly, then understand that they want to be able to see you as a stable person to rely on. Understand that you have been chosen to be that beacon of light for those who are on their boat, life, out on the water, everyday society. When those rocks and harsh shoreline change comes around, they have to have some place to look up on and see that just because a major change is taking place from their usual way of life does not mean that things are in chaos permanently. But you are human as well, so how do you remain constant and undisturbed? In all actuality, that is impossible simply because you are human too. However, it can be made less noticeable to those who do not necessarily need to see how hard it is for you too. When in the public eye, keep a stable demeanor. Yes, change is inevitable and many times it can be uncomfortable, but utilizing your own advice is what you must do. In times of uncertainty, it is essential to do things in your home, workspace, and anywhere you can, that comforts you and keeps you feeling calm and collected. Here are a few things that you may not have thought of as major comforts but have scientifically proven the opposite. Burn Nag Champa incense and other temple incense in your spaces. Adopt or step up your daily meditation routine and concentrate on mindfulness meditation as your main choice of style. Adopt or step up your usual routine of calming herbal tea infusion consumption throughout each day. Buddhism and ancient sacred texts have a standard that rivals constant change. That way of life has not changed for ages. Whether you are Buddhist or not, there is no denying the internal peace the way of life offers. Reading ancient texts and putting into practice some of the ways will definitely help you understand the change you are going through, life in general, and how you can adapt. Research and learn the power of color and take up practices that calm those around you based on the details. Wearing blue has been proven, again by science, to produce a calming feeling in those who wear it and interact with the person wearing it. Can you produce this same power in your home or space? Starseed Psychics healers are standing by, every day, to be part of your natural healing process. Let Psychic Gypsy Wind send you Violet Flame healing, or Psychic Spirit Walker send you Blue Ray healing, or go all out with a continuous distant Reiki healing subscription, on sale currently for half price. What are major life changes? Most people go through a few major life changes. Those changes can throw us off balance from our everyday routine. But they also hold gifts for us to explore if we adopt the mindset of adapting to change. And as the old saying goes, what does not destroy us will only make us stronger. I like to reference times like this to the ancient teaching that nothing is as it seems in life and attachment, and how, unchecked, it can be the cause of needless suffering. The great Buddha said, attachment is the reason we suffer, and that includes an attachment to ideas, even the idea that we are in charge of our life and that it should never change. Adapting to change is not always easy for everyone. Many people like routine and need it in their life. When they are out of their routine, they can feel off balance and have a hard time getting back on track. However, many ancient masters have warned us of the suffering that will come when we become attached to ideals, and a constant is an idea of how our life should be going. If we embrace constant when it makes sense and then embrace change when it comes, we can be sure to protect ourselves from internal conflict with the change. What are examples of life changes? Here is a list of some major ones. Moving to a new house or location. getting married, getting divorced, having or adopting a child, breakups, starting a new job, changing careers, illness or accident, death of a loved one or caregiver, retirement, major financial loss or gain, children move out of the home, environmental disaster, civil unrest, experience of being a victim that leads to PTSD, and many more. Sometimes we don't know exactly what could affect our way of living and daily balance until we unfortunately experience it. After realizing that we are off balance, we must seek ways to cope and get back on track. The metaphor of being a lighthouse can help give you a visual image that is comforting and fitting for times of uncertainty, and if you are usually that lighthouse for others, then you can use this metaphor in times where major change is taking place to help a person in need understand better. Did you know we do past life readings, life path readings, and Akashic Records readings? It's true, and these are the type of readings that can help you realign with your actual life path/soul contract. Get a life path reading now and start your journey to enlightenment or increase your knowledge and change your life for the better.
Hello, you have been listening to Starseed Psychics podcast from www.starseedpsychics.com, our website. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we would very much like to have you as a permanent listener, a routine listener. We put every single blog that is written by our expert psychics onto a podcast here on Anchor, and it is available on 6 platforms. We are very much looking for those who want to support us, and that is very possible. With your donations, we can provide even more for our listeners. If you can't do that, we would very much like to have you as a new client over at starseedpsychics.com, where our gifted psychics and spiritual teachers, spiritual analysis, whatnot, we have healers. We'll be able to be there for you anytime you need us. Until next time, this has been Master Psychic Spirit Walker. Have a good night.